everyone all around the world. What a wonderful day it is on today. Thank you so much for taking the time out to join with me and share with me this moment of empowerment. Today, I wanted to be able to speak with you about the art of learning. Learning is indeed an art form. How we go about embodying and, of course, mastering this very art form, this art of learning, truly can serve as the difference in a number of different aspects in our lives. Now, how I go about learning, the learning style that works for me or that fits me, that fits my character, that fits my personality, may not be what works for you. The learning style that works for you may not be what works for your siblings, may not be what works for your spouse or your children or your next door neighbor. Hey, guess what? The learning style that you choose, even in this moment, how you go about learning or embodying this very moment, may not be what works for you in the next moment, in the next situation. So we have to be consciously aware of how we go about learning in any given moment of our lives. It truly can serve as the difference in our path of greatness fulfillment. Now, as I have already mentioned, there are a number of infinite ways in which we can go about learning. We can learn through our own personal experience. We can learn by internalizing the world around us through our senses, our sense of smell, our sense of hearing, our sense of touch, and so forth. We can learn by acquiring that new piece of knowledge or wisdom or information, by doing the research, by reading a book, by watching a new YouTube video. We can learn through observation. We can learn by witnessing someone else's experience. We can learn by analyzing. We can learn by having that hands-on approach. An infinite number of ways in which we can learn. There truly is no right or wrong way in which to learn. As long as that learning process is actually happening, you are going about that path of greatness fulfillment the right way. I ask you the question, and it's just a simple rhetorical question. Do you know the learning style that works best for you? Think about that as you go forth and you learn new things. What works best for you? Be aware of what works best for you as far as learning is concerned. Understand that sometimes we can truly be resistant to learning, whether it's because we don't want to feel as if we are being shown up, whether it's because we don't want to feel stupid, we don't want to feel dumb, we don't want to feel any less intelligent than the person maybe standing next to us. We don't want to feel embarrassed because there was a piece of knowledge we felt as if we should have known that we did not. Understand when this is happening, of course, and I have mentioned this before, once again, that is just arrogance. Our egos getting in the way of what greatness is trying to offer us, what greatness is truly trying to teach us in that moment. So what we have to do, because learning truly is a humbling process, we have to be able to dismiss our arrogant nature. We have to be able to set aside our ego so that we can empty ourselves. I mentioned this before, so that we can empty ourselves and truly embody what greatness, what the moment itself is truly trying to expose to us, what it is trying to teach us. Understand, learning does not only have to be about acquiring that new piece of knowledge, acquiring that new piece of wisdom, acquiring that new piece of information, but learning itself is all about discovery. It does not always have to have an award or a tangible reward attached to the end of the process. Learning has both intangible elements and tangible elements attached to it. And guess what? That in itself is more than fulfilling. Guess what? Greatness in itself, once again, tangible and intangible elements attached to it. And because greatness fulfillment has intangible and tangible elements attached to it, so too will the learning process. So please do not expect that everything that you learn or everything that you go about discovering in your path to greatness fulfillment will have some type of tangible reward attached to it. No, understand and appreciate the entire learning process, whatever that learning process may entail. I want to leave you with this nugget of wisdom on today. Please, 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 you are a champion and you are greatness. Understand that greatness is infinite. And guess what? You should never stop learning as a champion. You should never stop learning as someone who is an extension of greatness. Why should you never stop learning? Because life never truly stops teaching us. I'll say that once again. Never stop learning because life never stops teaching us. Remember to know, to be aware of, and to master the art of learning. Thank you so much.